Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well today. And we are back in Borderlands 2 land. This is something that I've had recorded for a long time. Meant to add this to my game guide series and just run out of time basically. So today I'm going to show you how to defeat FINK'S SLAUGHTERHOUSE in Borderlands 2 with Maya, the Siren class. We are going to kick some substantial butt. Let's do this! So I'll quickly run you through the setup I'm using for this playthrough. If you want to see more detail, please pause this at any point. So most of these weapons that I'm using are from the Commander Lilith DLC. You don't necessarily have to use these, but if you want to get these weapons, I have got guides which I will put links to as we go through this playthrough. So I'm using the toothpick with fire elemental effect. We're using the infection cleaner SMG, again another fire weapon, and we use Hector's Paradise, which is highly effective against shields because it's got electrical elemental effect. So those are the three weapons that you're pretty much going to see in the playthrough. I'm using the B shield, and you'll see these are all very level 50 weapons. The B's are 48. I'm using the electric chair, grenade, the tendency relic, and this is the most important one, the legendary siren class mod. And you can see it has +5 to ward skill, accelerate skill, mind's eye skill, flicker skill, and foresight. Plus it gives you increased movement speed by 45% while when phase lock is active. Cooldown rate of 39%, +39, and +29 gun damage. There is a lot of elements to the class I'm using here, and I'll try and take you through all those, but the reason the class mod is so important is this reason. Now I've chosen for my build, for my siren build, more in motion and cataclysm, but you can see with that legendary mod, class mod equipped, ward gets an extra 5 points, so it's 10. So plus 50% shield capacity, minus 80% recharge delay. Accelerate damage and bullet speed, so plus 30% gun damage, plus 40% bullet speed. Mind's eye, plus 50 critical hit damage, 60% melee. I don't use melee much. So flicker has increased chance to cause elemental states, and you can see we get 60% extra, more likely to cause elemental effects, which is significant. And increased magazine size and reload speed, plus 40% magazine size, plus 50 reload speed. So those are the critical things in the build that help a lot. You can see I've got the motion maxed out apart from a few, but most of these are maxed out. So if you want to go through your own siren class and see what these are, please do so. And then the last element of this is the badass rank, and I'm not going to go through this, but you can see that I have spent a lot of badass points leveling up this character. I am on true Vault Hunter mode, so hence why I have so much in the badass class. So that's the class I'm going to use for the playthrough. Also note how much money I've spent on ammunition, because you're going to need a heck of a lot of ammunition during this playthrough. Okay, so here are some tips how to overcome FINK'S SLAUGHTERHOUSE. This will take you around about an hour. It took me about 50 minutes. I'd allow at least an hour to do this. And we'll just go through what you have to do to get started. Every round's the same. You're going to have to complete 5 rounds in FINK'S to get your reward. And I think what I'll do in this playthrough is I'll show you maybe the first round and the last round. If you want to see a full video, please let me know. So I'm in True Fault Hunter mode, I'm at level 53. If you're in normal mode, I'd suggest you don't even touch this till at least about level 25, 27, somewhere around there. I've seen people do it at level 20, but it's still going to be very, very difficult. Make sure before you go in that you have max ammo. This is not going to be a big deal in the first part of the playthrough, the first kind of couple of rounds, but as it gets towards the end, I would suggest make sure you've got your best weapons, and you're going to need at least 3 good weapons to do this, and your ammunition's going to have to be maxed at. Because there is going to be a lot of enemies to kill, a heck of a lot, especially towards the end. Okay, so try and, especially in the early rounds, try and stay to the middle part, in this middle part. Now you'll notice here, I'm level 53. My enemies are level 43, 44. And that's why I'm saying there is a little bit of debate in the community about what level to come in here at. But this is why there is a bit of debate about when to come in here. You want a little bit of an advantage leveling wise, and if you're at the same level or just a little bit higher, you'll see in the higher rounds you probably won't survive. So that's the first thing. Trying to stay central with the ammunition crates that are dotted around this area. Don't open them till about level 3 or level 4. I don't think it's worth it. Just rely on what you've got. Keep moving. If you have to drop off this platform for any reason, kill and move, kill and move, kill and move. But you should be able to stay on this platform at least for the first couple of rounds without too much of a drama. And you can see how all the various things in my class are combining to kill these enemies fairly quickly. Even a super badass can be taken down reasonably easily. Don't get fixated on picking stuff up during the rounds. It's another thing that I would advise. It won't be there towards the end, so don't worry about it too much. And use your special ability. Be strategic with it. Don't keep using it all the time. Try and time when you're going to use your ability, especially in the latter rounds, because you want that. Oh, hi, friend. You want that cooldown, and you want this ready for when you really do get in trouble. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to skip forward a little bit, and we're going to skip forward to the end of this round, and I'll talk about what to do once you finish a round. So here we are, we've finished the round. Run around now and do your looting. Now I'd suggest that one of the things to do, and I don't do it in this playthrough, but make sure your backpack is as empty as possible. Now, in about end of round 2, start opening the ammunition crates. Have them open, because in the later rounds, and you'll see, I'm going to show you the whole of round 5 and the reward we get, but you'll see that once you get to level 3 and above, you are going to be hecka busy. So run around, pick up all the goodies. You can come back in here before you're starting another round. I'll talk you through how to do that, and pick up everything if you need to. So all you need to do is, before you turn in the round, go to the machine, sell everything, come back in, pick everything up, sell everything, and then go to Fink and turn in the round. And that'll allow you to pick up everything before a new round starts. If you do it the other way around, as soon as you walk into the arena, things will start again. So I'm just going through and I'm selling everything. So now we're going to skip to round 5. I'll take you through the round 5 and show you how crazy it gets. Okay, here we go. After every round, of course, restock your ammo. Make sure you're at max ammo every single round. Everything. Absolutely everything. You're going to see this is about to get absolutely crazy. So we'll just sell up these few weapons and then we're straight back in. I've already spoken to Fink. We're ready to go. Make sure you look all over the place. Let's get into it. Here we go. Round 5. Assemble in the area. And this is the biggest it's going to get. You're going to see this just gets absolutely nutso. Okay, let's do this.
5, 4, 3, 2.
So you're going to get everything in the kitchen sink sent. Thrown at you. Stay on this middle platform as much as possible. But if you have to move, move. When you get breathers, make sure you run around, reload, get everything ready for the next wave because, yeah, you're not going to get too many breathers in this last part of the game, part of the round, I guess, the challenge, whatever. See, I'm already on the move. Keep an eye on that mini-map. Very, very crucial that you keep an eye on that mini-map so that you understand where they're spawning and then try and position yourself opposite them. You can see the toothpick is working. That cooldown really is advantageous here for the phase lock. But always keeping an eye on that mini-map now. You'll see they're down below me somewhere, so just take the time to take a breather. Find an angle, don't necessarily go down there, but find an angle to kill them on. There he is. And just be a bit patient, take your time. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon, so you just take your time. Have a lot, you can get set up for the next one. Chuck a nade down there. See. They're all down below me here. You face lock them. Now these guys are interesting. The rats will try and steal your loot. It's actually a good idea just to leave loot lying around for them because it'll entice them up to you rather than have them. You want them up on this top area. You don't want them down below. If they're down below, you're going to get yourself into trouble. So you want them kind of coming upstairs and being able to stay kind of central. Where's the last guy? There's a heap still. You just come up the stairs there. There they go. And use the phase lock as much as possible if you decide to go with Siren class. Regardless of what your special ability is, make sure it's maxed out for this. I'm going to change to the infection cleaner for a little bit, just so we're varying up the ammo. This is a Tediador, so it does have, when you reload it, does have a wee bit of an attribute. That was a bit closer than I wanted it to be. You can see the ammo crates are now open, so that if I need to run past them and grab ammo, I can, rather than spend any time opening them. You don't want to do that. You want to open these ammo crates in the middle, when between rounds. You don't want, you'll get killed if you're trying to open an ammo crate, especially in the higher kind of rounds. Hi friend, what are you doing down there? There you go. Gonna hop down and pick up a few things. Again, keep an eye on that mini-map. It'll tell you if it's safe to hop down here. Once you've killed somebody, just keep moving. There's another guy here. I think he's not quite dead yet. Mini-map awareness for round 4 and 5 are absolutely key. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a breather. You can see they're coming in behind me and to my right, so I'm going to hop in the central area again. I'm going to phase lock them again, and then just try and take down the outliers to start with. Phase lock should take care of a lot of people. Chuck a nade down there. And so if you can keep the majority of the enemies occupied, it gives you a good opportunity to kill the outliers first, and that's very key to being successful. Just get the kind of guys on the fringes first. And there's really 3 or 4 different spawns. Once you know where the spawns are, so they'll spawn down below, right, left and central here. And generally if they spawn on the right first, they're then going to spawn on the left. So start to learn how the spawns work. It'll help a lot in you anticipating where your next enemies are going to come from. And when I say right and left, I mean right and left of where we are now. So right or left, and in front of you will spawn, and then they will spawn underneath. And there is a pattern to how often they spawn, where they spawn. There's a guy down below. Take the time, if you've got one enemy left, just take the time to take a breather and reload and stuff before you kill it, like I did there. Here is Hector's Paradise. This thing is nuts, so especially against these big guys with the shields, because they can be very, very hard to kill. This thing just melts them. Just completely melts them. That absolutely wipes the floor with them. A little bit more phase lock. Up we go. You're right here, friend. And that phase locking ability is just nuts. So with the legendary class mod on, it just is crazy how much power it has. But that's the reward, I guess, for playing the game for so long. I've put so many hours into Borderlands 2. I love it. Still love playing this game to this day, and despite the amount of hours we put in. Here come the buzzards. These are probably the ones that I hate the most. That is not doing any damage to that whatsoever. If you get that happening, change your gun. Just change your gun. You'll learn what works. Buzzards come in around 3 or 4, so you should have an idea by now. By around 5 what works. I'm in a bit of trouble here. I need to just jump back here. And you can see now it's ramping up. Regardless of what the level you're at, this will get crazy. And these buzzards are about level 48 now, so 47, 48 enemies. So even though we started at level kind of 44 with enemies, it does ramp up. Hence why you need that little bit of a buffer. Yeah, cop that, boys. Ooh, another challenge. I got more badass points. Lovely. So I think they're down underneath this time, so we can do a little bit of looting. Ooh, nice, a little bit of iridium. And yeah, have a bit of a breather. And then we're into the next ones. So again, you can do this if you can figure out where they are, if they're down below like I just showed you. Have a little bit of a breather, do a bit of looting, and then we're off again. And as I said, just take your time. Try not to do what I'm doing here, because it can get you killed if there's more than one enemy down here. And just here the buzzards come again. Keep rotating. Oh, I hate these guys. That's the last one. I can hear it. Did they take their own buzzard down? That looked as though they took their own buzzard down. I certainly didn't shoot it. We're getting close. Where are we? Round 3 of 5. We've still got another 2 waves to go. Okay. Guy underneath. Oh, there he is. Don't be scared to be aggressive either. With some enemies, especially if there's only one left. If there's multiples, then maybe not a good idea to be aggressive. They won't drop a lot of ammunition either, hence why you need guns with a lot of ammo in them. See, my toothpick's already down to 309 rounds from about 1200 or something, so that's how much ammo I've used. Used a heck of a lot. Let's take a little bit of a breather. And that's why you need more than you need at least 3 big good guns with a lot of ammo capacity. And make sure they're different class of guns, because if you get 2 good AR rifles for assault rifles, then they're going to use the same ammunition pool, and yeah, they're going to run out real quick. So need my pistol for that. I always set up on the D-pad so I can switch quickly. I know in Borderlands 3 that changed a little, but you can actually set it up. You can actually set this up in Borderlands 3 to do the same. Quick switching of guns is key. Don't use Y, use your D-pad to switch guns. And know which gun's in which spot. Very important. Hi, friend. What were you saying? Sorry, sir, couldn't hear you. Okay. Round 4. 1 more to go. Nearly there. By the way, there is a vault symbol in here, and I have discovered it. But if you've seen it as I've run past it, if you're not sure where it is, it's on the pillar down here. We will see it in a minute.
Silence.
Make sure you discover that before you leave FINK'S. There you go, round 5 done. And that wasn't too bad. Not too shabby. Do a little bit of looting. You know, run around and fill up. You might as well. If for monetary value only. I don't have a lot to loot here because, yeah, like I said, my backpack's pretty full of stuff. So I generally a little bit picky what I pick up. Have a good look around. You can, of course, come back and forward and if you want. There we go, we're full already. And, yeah, let's turn it in and see what the reward is. Make sure we got as much money as possible picked up. And there we go. Let's go and get our reward from FINK. So guys, this is a lot of fun. Like I said, if you want to spend an hour going through this, it is a fantastic fun. Okay, sir, I have done 5 rounds. What are you going to give me? And you get the sapping hail again. It's that's a level 47. You get an achievement. And hopefully this will help you defeat FINK'S SLAUGHTERHOUSE. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating's always appreciated. And we'll catch you next time on Borderlands 2. See ya!